The mountain was never meant to stop you. Have you ever felt like every time you try to move forward, something stands in your way? You make a plan, but life changes it. You work with all your heart, yet the results fall far short of your expectations. You take one step forward, only to feel as though life drags you 2 steps back. Then you begin looking around. Everyone else seems to be moving ahead. Everyone else appears to have an easier path. Opportunities seem to find them, while they never seem to find you. Slowly, a painful question begins to grow inside your heart. Why is my journey so difficult? Why does life keep testing me? Why can't things be easy just once? But what if the obstacle standing in front of you isn't there to end your journey? What if it's there to transform you? What if the road isn't blocked because life is against you, but because life is preparing you for a strength that comfort could never create? My name is Elias, and today, I'd like to share a story that completely changed the way I see obstacles. It's a story about discovering that the greatest battles are often fought within our own minds. Stay with me until the end, because the greatest obstacle in this story wasn't the storm, the debt, or the broken workshop. It was hidden inside one man's heart. In a quiet coastal town in Portugal, where the Atlantic Ocean endlessly kissed the rocky shore, lived a young man named ELIAN. The town was beautiful, but life there was far from easy. Most families worked from sunrise until sunset just to survive. Some were fishermen. Others owned tiny shops. Many left for the big cities, hoping to find a better future. But ELIAN dreamed differently. He refused to spend his life complaining about what he didn't have. Instead, he dreamed of building something that would outlive him. His dream was to open a workshop where he could craft beautiful handmade furniture and one day sell it across Europe. He possessed skilled hands, an imaginative mind, and a heart overflowing with hope. Every morning, he helped his father at the harbor before spending the rest of the day cutting wood, repairing old chairs, studying designs, and creating elegant tables from discarded timber. People admired his craftsmanship, but very few believed in his dream. Some laughed. "ELIAN," they said, "people from small towns don't build big futures." Others shook their heads. "Dreams cost money. Be realistic." ELIAN smiled politely and ignored them. He saved every coin. He invested in better tools. Eventually, he rented a small workshop near the old marketplace. For a few wonderful months, everything seemed to fall into place. Customers arrived. Orders increased. Hope returned. For the first time, ELIAN believed life was finally opening a door. But then, the first obstacle appeared. A large hotel in Spain canceled its order after ELIAN had already spent nearly all his savings buying wood. The customer disappeared. The money was gone. Debt remained. It hurt deeply. Yet ELIAN refused to quit. He worked even harder. Then came the second obstacle. A supplier delivered poor quality wood. Several finished pieces cracked. Customers complained. The whispers around town returned. We warned him. He dreamed too big. Those words wounded him more than losing money. Money can be earned again. But ridicule has a way of making you question your own heart. Still, he continued. Then came the third obstacle. His closest friend, the very person who had promised to help him sell his furniture online, walked away without warning, taking some of ELIAN's finest designs along with him. That betrayal broke something inside him. For the first time, he wasn't angry. He was empty. He closed his workshop for 3 days. Sitting silently before an unfinished table, he whispered the same question over and over. Maybe they were right. Maybe this dream was never meant for me. One evening, ELIAN wandered toward the cliffs overlooking the Atlantic. The wind howled. The waves crashed violently against the rocks. It felt as though the entire ocean understood his pain. There sat an elderly woman named Sophia. Everyone in town respected her. She had survived war, poverty, heartbreak, and unimaginable loss. Yet somehow, peace still rested upon her face. She looked at ELIAN and smiled gently. "You walk like a man carrying a mountain inside his chest." ELIAN gave a tired smile. "Maybe I am." She motioned for him to sit beside her. For several minutes, neither spoke. Finally, ELIAN broke the silence. "I've done everything I know how to do. Every time I move forward, another obstacle appears. I'm exhausted." Sophia looked toward the endless sea. "Do you see those waves?" He nodded. "They've been striking these rocks for thousands of years. Yet neither has surrendered. The rocks remain. The waves continue." ELIAN sighed. "But I'm not a rock. I'm tired." Sophia smiled. "No one becomes strong because life is easy. Strength is born when people learn what to do after life becomes difficult." She picked up a smooth piece of driftwood lying beside the bench. This was once part of a mighty tree. The sea broke it, carried it, threw it against rocks. Yet look at it now. She placed it in ELIAN's hands. The sea didn't only damage it, the sea shaped it. ELIAN stared quietly at the polished wood. Sophia continued softly, "Your obstacles are doing exactly the same thing, but you're only noticing what they're taking from you. You're not seeing what they're creating inside you." His eyes dropped toward the ground. He wanted to believe her. But pain often makes wisdom difficult to hear. "Then why does it still feel like I'm losing?" Sophia answered gently. "Because you've convinced yourself that success should come without scars. But sometimes, those scars become proof that you grew strong enough to carry success." Those words stayed with ELIAN long after the conversation ended. The next morning, he reopened his workshop. Everything looked the same. But he wasn't the same. Before, every setback made him ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Now he asked, "What is this trying to teach me?" The canceled order taught him never to depend on a single customer. The dishonest supplier taught him to inspect quality before trusting promises. The betrayal taught him that not everyone walking beside you is walking with you. Little by little, ELIAN stopped seeing obstacles as enemies. He began seeing them as expensive teachers. Months passed, his craftsmanship improved, his decisions became wiser, his mind grew calmer. He stopped announcing his plans. He simply worked, quietly, consistently, patiently. Eventually, his workshop began growing again. A cafe in France ordered handmade tables. A family in Germany purchased custom chairs. An interior designer from Amsterdam shared his work online. Success returned. Not because life had become easier, but because ELIAN had become stronger. Then came one final test. A violent winter storm struck the coast. Rain flooded the old marketplace. When ELIAN reached his workshop, his heart nearly stopped. Finished furniture lay ruined beneath muddy water. Tools were damaged. Wood was soaked. Months of hard work seemed destroyed overnight. For a brief moment, his old fear whispered, "This is the end." Then Sophia's words echoed inside him. The sea doesn't only damage, it also shapes. The very next morning, instead of giving up, ELIAN began cleaning. A neighbor asked, "After everything you've lost, how can you still keep going?" ELIAN smiled, "Because the storm damaged my workshop. Not my hands. It broke my tools. Not my skill. It touched my business. But it could never touch the person I became while building it." Those words spread throughout the town. People who once doubted him came to help. One neighbor donated old tools. Another repaired the roof. A local woman shared his story online. Instead of throwing away the storm-damaged furniture, ELIAN transformed it into a special collection. He called it the Storm Collection. Every piece carried visible imperfections. Every scratch told a story. Every mark became proof that beauty can survive brokenness. People didn't simply buy furniture anymore. They bought hope. Years later, ELIAN owned one of the most respected workshops in the region. More importantly, he trained young people from small villages, teaching them not only woodworking, but resilience. One day, a young apprentice asked, "What was the greatest obstacle you ever faced?" ELIAN smiled. It wasn't debt. It wasn't betrayal. It wasn't even the storm. The greatest obstacle was the moment I believed every obstacle meant I should stop. Then he added, "Problems are unavoidable, but the meaning you give those problems is always your choice. One meaning will destroy you. Another will build you." That is the lesson of ELIAN's story. Many people aren't defeated by obstacles. They're defeated by the story they tell themselves about those obstacles. The obstacle may remain exactly the same, but your response creates an entirely different future. Like a river flowing around a rock, life keeps moving forward. It bends. It adapts. It never stops. Perhaps the obstacle you're facing today isn't punishment. Perhaps it's preparation. Perhaps the closed door is protecting you. Perhaps the delay is making you ready. Perhaps today's failure is quietly building tomorrow's strength. If you're walking through a difficult season, don't judge your future by today's struggle. You're not behind. You're being prepared. You're not broken. You're becoming. Keep moving. Keep learning. Keep believing. Sometimes progress isn't measured by how fast you run. Sometimes it's measured simply by refusing to turn back. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs hope today. Subscribe for more inspiring stories filled with timeless life lessons. And remember, the mountain in front of you may never have been there to stop you. It may have been there to reveal how strong you truly are.